Okay? That's what we're talking about here. And, you know, we've tried Justin TV and other things to give it away free. They still can't handle it. We've sent them feeds before, and when 20,000 people log on, it crashes. You understand? There's nothing as big as this show on the internet. So that's our, and I'm sorry to Alex Abella, my crew keeps pointing out I'm not plugging the money bomb coming up, but he's waiting in the wings. The issue is I shouldn't have to spend all my time in this war trying to grub up the money to put in the gas tank of this Abrams tank running over the enemy forces in the info war. I need your support. Buy the books, buy the videos, buy the T-shirts, get the materials, get them out to people, donate it to Money Bomb, support our sponsors. That's how we're doing this. I guess I could be smart like Glenn Beck and, you know, sell out 1,000, 2,000 person theaters and charge $100, and then I guess I would have the money. But I just have this instinct to just try to pay for the venue, you know, $10.80. Here's my last point. Of the top 5 or 6 most viral films in history, we got 3 or 4 of them. I mean, it's conservative to say the Obama deception's been seen by over 30 million people for free online. It has caused a major political sea change. Just that one film, thanks to you getting it out to everybody. I make a film cost $125,000, and I give it away. People say, well, then we don't want to donate. You should charge for that. The point is most people won't pay. It's you that cares to support what we're doing. Where can you find an organization or an operation having a bigger effect? I challenge you. Who was under more attack from the ADL, Southern Poverty Law Center, George Soros, Media Matters, MSNBC, Nightline hit pieces, CNN hit pieces? We've gotten the documents where the FBI is surveilling us. They've had Army intelligence surveilling us. That came out in the news. Folks, the system is scared of us. They can't kill me, cross my fingers, because it'll only make all my information that much more powerful. But they are trying to destroy us. So we need the war chest. 500,000 is nothing. What we could do with 5 million is unbelievable. It's nothing in this deflated dollar, in this economy. Okay, I'm going to shut up, and I apologize to Alex Abella for doing that 5-minute rant while he's holding. He'll be with us 30 minutes into the next hour. We're going to be taking your phone calls for him coming up later. But I just cannot tell you, and that's another issue, all these authors, researchers, scientists, professors, activists, Ron Paul, the platform we've built. Remember Ron Paul? During the primary, he came on the show without me prompting him, and he said, half the support we're getting, Alex, is from your show. I want to thank your listeners. Half the support he got from this show, okay? That's why this platform is so important, and we need your support. But even if you can't donate, I want people that have money out there to donate if you want to protect the free market in our society. People that aren't doing well, do not give a red cent. Spread the word about the 24-hour broadcast on the Money Bomb. Help us get the word out about the free iPhone app. Help us get the word out about everything we're doing. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Alex Abella, it is amazing to have you here with us. I just had your bio here in front of me, and I think it's important to go over your bio, but why don't you, before we go to break, introduce yourself, your research, your Emmy-nominated news reporting, everything you've done, and your book about Hitler, all of it. Then we're going to go to break and come back with you.
Sure, no problem. First of all, I got to tell you that I really appreciate your program, and hearing you speak, reminds me of that old biblical injunction, and the truth will set you free, because that's what you're doing here. As for me, I'm just trying my best, to tell people, what the story's all about, how our society has changed. We've gone from being citizens with rights and responsibilities to being consumers with budgets and choices. It's, to me, there's something wrong in that. Be that as it may. So I wrote this book called Soldiers of Reason, the Rand Corporation and the Rise of the American Empire. And I was granted, as far as I know, I was the only journalist ever granted untrammeled access to the files of the Rand Corporation to study them and to see what their effect was on American society and the world at large. In the book, I have a line that says, we are really the bastard children of Rand, and we don't even know it, because they have affected us in so many ways, starting in 1948 when they became incorporated, that it's just truly amazing, and they continue doing so. How did I come about this? Well, because before that, I had written a book called Shadow Enemies about a secret terrorist plot that had been concocted by Adolf Hitler. On December 8, 1941, immediately after Pearl Harbor, he sent 2 U-boats with Nazis out here, German Americans, to come out here and to start a wave of terror, to plant bombs in Jewish-owned department stores, to blow up the New York aqueduct, to start making contact with...
Alex, stay there. You're going to have the floor for the rest of the hour when we come back to lay out the full blueprint of RAND, why this is so important. Then we're going to take calls.
When you hear the words water purification, what comes to mind? If it's Berkey Water Purification Systems, this message is for you. Did you know that over 60% of municipal water contains fluoride at less than 2 cents per gallon? Berkey water filters purify treated and untreated water, remove dangerous chlorine, fluoride, and contaminants from municipal water. These filters are powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, making them perfect for rainwater collection systems. From the smallest to the largest systems, BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has what you need. With your system purchase, you'll receive a shower filter, a fluoride filter, or 2 sport Berkey bottles absolutely free. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com would like to offer GCN listeners 5% off all ceramic filter systems and ship all orders over $50 free of charge. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. Or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY today.
Hi, this is Dwayne Daly with Midas Resources Precious Metals Brokers, and my phone number is 800-686-2237, extension 115. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, then perhaps it's time for a change. You have the opportunity to make a change in November by voting, and the opportunity to make a change in your financial security today by calling me, Dwayne Daly. Get the stability and peace of mind that you deserve with gold and silver, a form of wealth protection for 5,000 years. As the inflation pinch becomes tighter and the dollar continues to devalue, while stocks remain iffy at best, stop the bleeding with precious metals. Metals will let you retain your purchasing power, protect your assets, and stop inflation the day you get in. I have many different ways to accomplish this, from metals for possession to IRA rollovers, tax-free, and everything in between. So if you would like to turn your scrambled nest egg into a souffle, call me, Dwayne Daly, at 800-686-2237, extension 115. 800-686-2237, extension 115. If you are ready for a change, please call Dwayne Daly.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic
is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
How well and how fast does Heart and Body Extract work to improve blood circulation? Listen.
My name is Ellis, and I am 66 years old, and I live in Jacksonville, Florida. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed as having clogged arteries. I had 70% blockage in one artery leading to my heart. They wanted me to go on Plavix, but I refused, knowing the negative side effects.
Heart and Body Extract is a unique balance, synergy, and proportion of herbs reaching from head to toe at maximum absorption around 95% at the cellular level.
Within the first month, I felt a dramatic difference. The heaviness in my legs was reduced, and within 2 months, I felt completely normal.
Your natural organic herbal formula for heart health is Heart and Body Extract. Heart and Body Extract comes with a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract. Call 866-295-5305, 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
Okay, Alex Abella, you were getting into how you inadvertently got into RAND Corporation, how they let you in, and what you discovered. This is a short segment, long 18-minute segment coming up.
Sure.
Then we're going to take phone calls. You've got the floor, because when you talk about they've charted our history in the last 50 years.
Right, that's what I started to say.
Yeah, we are really living their world.
Absolutely.
You've got the floor. Break it down.
Okay.
Go ahead. You've got the floor. Break it down.
Sure, no problem. Well, as I was saying before, I mean, I've done this book on Nazi terrorists coming here to the U.S., and while I was signing away one of those books, I met somebody who was at the Rand Corporation. And I suggested that, the idea came to me that maybe, I should do something about this, because I first heard of them back in the 1960s when I was in college. And I thought, well, what's going on with these people, et cetera. And, lo and behold, to my surprise, once I started going into their archives, I realized, my God, these people have done absolutely everything. I mean, they've changed. They were the ones who actually set up the whole nuclear strategy for the United States starting in the late 1940s. They were influential in getting JFK elected. They were the ones who came up with the whole concept of the missile gap, meaning that, there was a missile gap between the U.S. and the Soviet Union, where the Soviet Union had more missiles than the United States. They were involved in the rise of the military-industrial complex right from the very beginning. They were also instrumental in stopping détente in the 1970s. But even more important than all that is they came up with this whole theory called rational choice theory, which is what I was talking about before, that they transformed our concept of country and our duty to one of being consumers. So we're no longer patriots. We're just people who go out and buy and spend. I mean, it's like, during the, right after 9/11, when Bush said, you don't have to worry about anything. Just go out there and do your duty. And what's your duty? Go out there and spend. Go out there to the mall. And I'm thinking, even then, I was thinking, this makes no sense. How could it be? How could we as citizens be expected only to be consumers? And
it's a debt system designed to create a debt black hole that can't be paid back. That's the financial servitude. Go ahead.
Yes, exactly. And not only that, it's to then have the country and the whole world, ruled by an unelected technocracy. I mean, if you do it, there's so much to talk about. It's all in the book. But if you really start looking at this, is that you see that from the very beginning, that the people at Rand and their main affiliate, which is the Ford Foundation, they have seen themselves as people who are above the fray, who are intellectuals, who have the rule of reason, and nobody else does, and that they can write things and they can do things the way they should be, and they're not accountable to anyone. Of course, not realizing, or perhaps realizing it, but not telling anyone that they're really accountable to a small group of financiers who are actually backing them all the time. But that was the original intent of Rand, and it just continues to this very day.
We're about to go to break, but go over mid-air fueling, continuity of government. Last year they put out a report about how they were going to federalize all the local police and have a private paramilitary groups ruling every community. I mean, everything we see, I remember in '99 seeing Rand Corporation and the Austin American Statesman saying, there's going to be big terror attacks. We're going to take your rights. We're going to set up a thing called Homeland Security. I mean, they really are writing the book on almost everything.
Exactly, because, they always have all these contingency plans. And in a way, it's like they're always tipping their hand. And it's like the latest thing that they're into right now is Proposition 19, which I don't know if you're aware of it here in California. It's just, they seem to be almost advocating legalizing pot so as to, again, turn people into mindless consumers. It's really amazing. Now, as regards the in-flight fueling, well, what happened is that they needed a way to be able to refuel the planes that would be carrying atomic bombs to the Soviet Union in case there was a war between the United States and the Soviets back in the 50s and 60s. Because people at Rand had come up with a plan called the basing study that basically highlighted certain deficiencies in the national security apparatus of the time, and that we had all our bombers all planted in different locations, and they were really susceptible to bombing by Soviet forces. So after the basing study, then all those bombers were brought back home to the U.S. So in order then to be able to get them to make the full flight all the way to the Soviet Union, then the RAND Corporation came up with the concept of in-flight fueling. They also came up with the whole concept of second strike capability, and you have people like Herman Kahn coming out of RAND